Welcome to the soggiest corner of wellness culture, water flexing. Not to be confused with staying hydrated like a normal human being, water flexing is the digital age obsession with chugging absurd amounts of water in the name of beauty, mental clarity, and vague detoxification, promises that were likely whispered by a cucumber. It's the TikTok-endorsed belief that if you're not walking around with a gallon jug, a glow stick in your bladder, and skin so dewy you could be mistaken for a damp salamander, you're basically choosing premature death. You've probably seen the influencers, those ethereal, glassy-eyed beings clutching motivational water bottles the size of toddlers, helpfully labeled with charming little eyes like, "You're doing great," and "keep guzzling." As if what you need during your fourth liter of the day is encouragement, not a gastrointestinal intervention. The logic of water flexing is deceptively simple. More water equals more life. But somewhere along the way, someone decided that 8 glasses wasn't enough. Now it's 3 gallons or bust. And if your pee isn't as clear as your trauma, you're clearly dehydrated or worse, a peasant. Let's be clear, hydration is important. Your body needs water to function. But what's happening online isn't hydration. It's an Olympic event of self-inflicted waterboarding. People are timing their sips to moon phases. They're buying pH-balanced glacier melt from Himalayan monks. They're measuring their urine on a color scale with more shades than a Sephora palette. It's not health, it's a lifestyle crisis with a wet finish. Side effects include, no exaggeration, spending your entire waking life in or near a bathroom. You'll urinate so often, you'll start recognizing grout patterns on public restroom floors. You'll wake up at 3 a.m. with your bladder screaming like a toddler at a birthday party. Road trips? Ruined. Movies? Impossible. Dates? Only if they're within 10 feet of a restroom and completely okay with watching you excuse yourself every 11 minutes. And the social toll? Catastrophic. No one wants to hang out with a person who brings their own jug of water to brunch and explains why lemon water is superior for cellular hydration. You've become that person. The one who checks in on your hydration app like it's a Tamagotchi and gets stressed if your digital droplet isn't smiling. But the darker side of water flexing, the real drowning part, is how deeply it taps into body insecurity and pseudo-spiritual nonsense. Drink more, they say, and your skin will glow, your anxiety will disappear, and you'll unlock some inner goddess who apparently lives in your kidneys. It's magical thinking with a urinary twist. And while yes, dehydration can impact mood and skin, no one in the history of the human species has resolved childhood trauma through alkaline lemon-infused moon water. Worse, there's an unspoken pressure now. If you're not constantly sipping from a $60 pastel jug, are you even trying to be healthy? There's a guilt-trippy undertone to it all, as if not drinking your body weight in water daily means you've failed some invisible moral test. Never mind that overhydration is real, and water intoxication has sent more than a few people to the ER after attempting TikTok's 24-hour gallon challenge. But who cares about electrolyte balance when there's a trending audio loop and a new hydration influencer to emulate? Water flexing has also given rise to a niche, but highly active community of people who post daily pee updates. These are the same folks who proudly share photos of their hydration stations, complete with electrolytes, trace minerals, bamboo straws, and at least one thing labeled infused. Somewhere along the line, thirst turned into a competitive sport. Not thirst for water, thirst for validation. The irony? Most of these water flexers look tired. Not dewy, not radiant, just exhausted and slightly damp, like someone who fell asleep in a sauna. Because newsflash, drinking gallons of water doesn't erase bad sleep, stress, or the fact that you've eaten nothing but dust and optimism for the past 2 weeks. There's also a growing market now for hydration accessories. From phone-connected smart bottles that blink when you forget to sip, to hydration powders that are essentially expensive salt packets, the monetization is in full swing. You're not just drinking water. You're building a brand. You're performing hydration. At its core, water flexing is a symptom of something much bigger and sadder, the belief that wellness is only real if it's visible, measurable, and extreme. It's not enough to feel okay. You have to prove it with a trending challenge, a glowing skin selfie, and a side of colon commentary. So, here's a modest proposal. Drink water when you're thirsty. If your pee looks like Mountain Dew, drink more. If you're in the bathroom every 14 minutes and starting to hear phantom toilet flushes in your dreams, maybe cool it. You don't need to max out your hydration like it's a credit card. And you definitely don't need to base your self-worth on your urine hue. Because at the end of the day, no amount of filtered spring vapor from the Andes will cleanse the soul-crushing realization that you've spent $300 this month chasing a glow that could have come from a nap and a banana. Stay hydrated, but not hydration pilled.